we are gassing up, getting ready to head out on our next trip. Heading to Tyler State Park to hang out with our Runaway folks. So, come tag along with us.
We are off to another adventure, and we are on our way to Tyler State Park for a Runaway get-together. It's a beautiful day, and hopefully it'll be a beautiful weekend. Here we are.
Arriving at Tyler State Park.
See, I didn't even have to say it. And here we are. Ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty.
So, we did a thing. We run off and left our stoves at home. Explain that to you a little bit, but yeah, went and bought some firewood. We're gonna do a cowboy style, iron skillet, fire pit. All right, so we're trying to get it going. Gotta cook us some dinner. Like the settlers did 200 years ago. Yeah. We'll see how it works out. Hey, Mr. ZZ. How's it going, buddy? Huh? Did Mama get you some dinner yet?
Yes, I did.
Ooh, no wonder you're so quiet.
And I ate it all up.
All right, so we're trying to get all set up here. We'll walk around and show y'all all the other campers. Probably tomorrow. Maybe have a little activity tonight. We'll see. We got to see how this dinner's going to go since we did not bring a stove. Again, we'll sit down this evening and have a little chat and let you know what went down with that. Little peek at the evening of our campsite. Got a fire going, cook our dinner with. A little light. Camp area. We'll see more tomorrow. This is the first night. Oh yeah, close to the restrooms. When you pay to stay, it's nice to have that. A couple more campers around. We're in the Durango this time. There's a trailer, our lights. And I'll get back over here. Better help so I can eat dinner since gotta help to eat, right? Right. Well, hi friends.
Hi.
So, I told you earlier when we were trying to get set up and get our dinner cooked that I'd explain more about why we weren't cooking on our stove.
Yeah.
So this was going to be the first excursion with the Jeep, since we got the Jeep. And everything got packed up in the Jeep well. We had everything packed, everything we needed. It was all there, looking good. I went to put the hitch in, and it won't work. The hitch is too short, it hits a spare tire. So I didn't have another hitch to use. Went down to Tractor Supply to maybe get an extension for the time being, and they didn't have it. They carried it, but they were out of it. How about that? So I wasn't going to drive all over town looking for it.
Right.
And we had a discussion on the phone on my way back to the house and decided, well, we pulled the Ventures with the Durango before, we'll do it again.
Right.
No problem, I already had that hitch.
We're not doing any off-roading. All we're doing is camping.
Right. So on my way home, I had her start unloading the all the gear out of the Jeep so we could load it up in the Durango. And I got home and we got all that switched out, put everything that she unloaded into the Durango, hooked the trailer up, got everything set up, took off. What we didn't do was get the 2 boxes, the 2 tubs that slide underneath the platform I built in the back of the Jeep. We didn't grab those.
Right.
And those had the stove in it, and the hatchet, and the saw, and anything else I need to cut up firewood.
Oh, and Aziz's
Lead.
lead.
Yep. So that is why we're sitting here with no stove. Now normally I have a Coleman backup in the camper.
Yeah.
But during our deep cleaning of the camper from the last camp out, it didn't get put back in.
No.
Somehow. My fault, her fault, who knows. It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
So we tried to cook on a fire tonight. It was difficult. All the wood was wet. I went and bought wood. It was wet.
Yes. Very
So
damp.
I really could not get it to burn very well. So I'm going to take all that back home and let it dry out for another camp out. And I've got my propane fire pit.
And propane.
And propane. So we're going to try and put the fire pit underneath the grill tomorrow so we can do some cooking that way, hopefully. Stay tuned. We'll let you know how it works out. Until then, we say good night. See you tomorrow. Bye.
So we started off with the firewood last night, but it was damp. It was wet. So,
It's hard to get it to light.
yeah. So we remember we had our fire pit in the back of the trailer. So this is what you do. You improvise.
It's working out pretty good. It's hard to control the flame real good for this, but it's working. We're struggling, but we're surviving.
That's right, we are.
Any bad day at camping is better than any good day at work.
Exactly.
Our newest addition.
Harold's got a new toy.
Hi. Hi, hon.
Hi, hon. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Good.
Improvising.
That's
Oh,
right.
the bacon smells good.
Oh.
Yep, making a big old pot of meaty beans for tomorrow night. One of these days I'll get this right and have my microphones with me. But since we're down here, I thought I'd give you a little shot of the lake. Fishing pier. There's the park store. Got quite a bit of stuff in there. Yeah, we bought a t-shirt. Long sleeve though. Don't have many long sleeves. Look down over there is more of the lake. There's kayaks. They got kayak rentals here. Back around over on this side, more around to the right is the boat launch. We'll show that to you. And we'll cruise around and check out different campsites and see what's available around here. Come along. Hey, there's Easy. Okay, so leaving the store area. Our campsite is back up to the right up there. But we're going to go back to the left and check out more of this park. Got a big pavilion here to the right you can reserve. Pretty big, pretty nice.
It is. I think over here is a day picnic
Yep.
area.
Just a picnic area, first come, first serve. There's one up by our campsite that's a reserved picnic area.
Have a little, looks like a little dock over there. Or,
Yep. Well, this is the boat launch. A little fishing pier there. got the ramp, the boat ramp right there. It's not a real big lake. It's more like a pond that we'd call it in Texas, but since it's a state park here.
It's nice.
Yep. This is the lake view sites. Looks like 11 or 12 sites. Goes down and does a little loop. A lot of campers down in there, so I won't go down and bother them. And then off to the right here is one of the hiking trails or biking trails. Apparently this is an area a lot of people come to hike and bike. The trails are set for bikes too.
And over here is area 2.
For the lake view camping areas. Again, there's a lot of trailers down there. It's a little vintage trailer, fifth wheel looking job. So that's not even a fifth wheel really. That's different. Looks like a fifth wheel, but it's tongue pull. And then this site's pretty full too. There's a little teardrop down in there.
Yep.
Big Pine.
That's area 3.
Odd numbers. Big Pine.
Yeah. And then we have area 3, Big Pine, even number sites.
Yep. But this would be a good place to come and kayak.
Oh yeah.
And I guess fish too. Just fishing and kayaking is probably hiking and biking. That's what you do everywhere, right?
Right. Blackjack, Savannah, area 4.
Sites 4, 1 through 15. Somebody told us about this, so it's back in here. Let's go back here and see what's what. I think this is what they told us about. There's lots of. Or is it just a big picnic area maybe? Here's the big pavilion he talked about.
Mm-hmm. And bathrooms. Oh, there's another map over here if you want to take a picture.
Oh, yeah. Oh, see electric hookups, you back in? So these are all little sites. This is, you can come in with a big group.
So this is what he...
Yeah. This would be great for a group thing. We'll have to tell folks about this. But you want to make sure you got quite a few coming.
Right.
I don't know how many it holds.
There's quite a few.
That's pretty interesting. All right, coming out of the Blackjack area, we're back on the road, the main park road. See what else we can find. So here's another day use area. Off to the left.
Southside day use.
Fishing pier, picnic area, and hiking trailhead. Now this would be freaky in the dark.
Yes, it would be.
There's the lake out there. So we're now basically on the other side of the lake. So there's a Dogwood Ridge camping area over here. Kind of secluded off in the trees and stuff. A few little sites down in there. So now here's another camping area back here. Red Oak. Looks like it's looks like a lot like the Dogwood, only it's higher up.
Yeah.
Restrooms right here.
Hickory Hollow.
Hollow sites. Well, let's jump down there and see what they're all about. Looks like it's fairly new paved for sure.
It sure does.
Not a bad little area.
No.
Looks like everything. You got
Yeah, this looks like it's
tent camping.
Tent camping.
Yeah, I don't see any electrical hookup, but we can do that too, as long as we can get some sunlight to charge the batteries up. So yeah, this is so Hickory Hollow is mainly for tents. It looks like.
Yeah.
I see no electrical. There might be water. I don't know.
I see water.
Okay.
There's water, but no electrical.
Okay. I mean, we could do this. Sumac Bend. That's just the other one. Look.
Sure.
That's just the other side of where we were, basically.
Ah. So again, this is...
It's all freshly paved. Nice tent pads, though, and water, but no electric.
Yeah.
So, basically set up for tent camping.
But very nice.
So the parking, we could park our trailer in some of these. We just have to pick out which ones, you know, to get level.
Right.
That's just the only thing. Level parking for the trailer.
Yeah. I think it's short leaf is the shelters.
Yeah, so up to the left here, it's called short leaf loop, and that's where shelters are. So they have shelters here you can rent. Area 9, and then Area 10 I think is also shelters. They're called Creekside.
Ah, it's cabins and dining hall.
Ah.
Oh, nice.
Well, you get to ride a tractor. We're up to the entrance where we normally come in. So we just made a full loop. But we'll try to keep your attention till we get back to our campsite. There's a family group taking a hike. Take a hike. There's the park office. We came in, checked in, and we are on Cedar Point Loop, which will come in this side, since we're not pulling anything. This is the loop we're camping in. There's quite a few runaways here this weekend.
And a lot of these are pull through on the right hand side and on the left.
Yeah, I got pull through and back ends. So there's one of a runaway campers. That's a cool camp, the smaller of the runaway group. See, there's a back end.
Yeah.
It looks like we're coming in the wrong way, but they got this coming either way. There's a range runner. There's a rouser. That's one you could stand up in. Yep, there's our bathrooms. And there's our site right here.
And we are right here.
Okay. The dogs and the sauerkraut. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my goodness, what is that by your feet, Aziz? Quit stepping on my head. Oh, we hadn't seen the sun all day, and now it's going away. Where is it? Oh, there it is, back there behind me. So, woke up to a little bit of rain this morning.
A little bit.
And you've seen our challenges with trying to cook, which has worked out pretty good so far. Well, as you see back here in the background, we're trying to make coffee like that, and it looks like I'm getting low on propane.
Of course.
Didn't bring the spare bottle because I wasn't planning on using that stove that much. Hallelujah.
But if worse comes to worse, there's a store right outside
The park.
of the park. We can go get coffee.
This is the skies that are headed our way now. It looks like it might clear up for a little while, but the radar shows, forecast shows about 10 o'clock, another one coming through. So, yeah, we'll see. The joys of camping.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a dog. I just gotta make sure people I come back with are 7 and a dog. Let me just write this down real quick. We're gonna be talking about the water cycle. Pretty convenient. It rained today. So the water cycle benefits us all, obviously, because we drink our water. But I wanted to talk about our water cycle here at the park, and specifically how our lake fills up and a lot of our creeks fill up. So we're gonna keep walking down. So does anybody know how the water cycle starts? Evaporation. So it starts with evaporation and then it goes where? To the clouds, which is condensation, and then after that, most clouds will reach a certain point where. So I just moved here not too long ago, and I've quickly realized that after it stops raining, the sun comes out. And when the sun comes out, so it starts off with evaporation, and evaporation is happening constantly, whether it's hot or cold. If it's cold, it's just going to evaporate much slower. But yeah, so it's always we're always losing water. After it evaporates, it all goes to the sky and creates these beautiful, beautiful clouds. Now, some clouds are able to retain much more water. Now, if you wanted to know the cloud names, there's a lot, and I don't know any of them other than the cumulonimbus. It's just a cool cloud name that I know. But these clouds can hold hundreds, if not thousands, millions of gallons of water. But once they reach that capacity, oh, hello. Sorry, I'm looking at a bird. So they all reach, like I said, different capacities, and when that capacity is met, that's when we get our rainfall, okay? So which is precipitation, which is what just happened today. So when it rains, where does it all go? It goes on the ground, and that's how we get our rivers, lakes, and streams, and creeks. For those who don't know, Texas is 96% of Texas is man-made lakes. There's only a couple that are actually native lakes. One of them is Caddo Lake. So after it rains, all the water will collect, and like I said, it will collect in the ground, or it'll collect into our rivers, streams, creeks, or lakes. So our lake is spring-fed, and when it gets to a certain point where it's over capacity, our spillway will open, and all that water will come flowing through. I said, can you drink this? Yes and no. You can drink anything once, you can eat anything once.
Kill you.
Do it at your own risk. I always recommend, if you are going to drink water, it has to be moving. It has to be moving water. Would I tell you to drink this? No. It's not clear. It's not clear at all. There are going to be some points on the trails where it is clear water. Now, just because it's clear doesn't mean it's clean. But again, you need to have moving water. That way all that bacteria isn't building up there, because if it's just sitting stagnant water, you're getting a lot of bacteria. You're getting, let's say for example, mosquitoes love stagnant water, so you could be eating some of their eggs. I wouldn't want to eat mosquito eggs. So you just want to watch out for stuff like that. Now, survivalists, they'll have what's called, I think it's called a life straw. You can use those in these conditions. But when it comes to our spring water that we have here at the lake, and if you are ever at Whispering Pines, that is spring water, fresh spring water. A little fun fact for you, just to hopefully deter you from littering. Every person eats about a credit card's worth of plastic a month. That's due to all the microplastics that are in the water. Really? That's a cool little sad fact for you.
I can't hear it, man.
Because he's not talking.
So they don't burn here. If you ever go to a place that doesn't have Texas native plants, you'll see a lot of just standing water. Or like, let's say for example, you go to your house and you just see a bunch of.
According to the ranger, the moss that you see on the side is normally brown. When it rains or if you get it wet, the greener it gets.
You relaxing? What you doing? That's easy. Did you have a good walk today? Yeah? Did you have a good hike? Say hi to the folks out there in YouTube land. So this rhino batwing awning, that was a pretty good job. When it's raining really hard, we just get some stakes pull down like this on that, and it acts as a little gutter to allow water to drain down for us. And the way we set up here on this pull through, normally I put 2 stakes down on the poles like that, and if it gets really bad, then I'll run a guide line from the rope with a rope from there down to the ground. But like over here, kind of hard to hammer into concrete, so we just recently bought these things. Not a bad little deal. We fill this up full of water, and it keeps that pole pretty steady. Yeah, this Runaway 720 bat wing awning is pretty decent, especially for the money. You know, it's got metal poles, plastic swivels, easily replaceable. But it has stopped raining enough today. It's getting close to 12 o'clock. We're supposed to get another round around 12:30 or 1. The awning is dried out nicely with the breeze that we've had, so we're going to go ahead and pack that awning up for now and have a dry awning for the trip home. We're going to bug out early in the morning. Got some things to do when we get home. We got a 4-hour drive to get home, so we shall see what time we can get up and get rolling. We're at Area 1, Cedar Point Loop, and there's other campers here, but it's mostly us Runaway campers. So there's our fearless leader and admin, Timmy, and his trailer called Solar Possibilities. He's got, I think 700 watts, I believe, of solar panels on top of it. He can pretty much go off grid and still run his air conditioner if he so chooses. And then over on this side here, we got a Runaway Range Runner. They're 6x8 campers. As you can see, you don't need a big vehicle to pull these things. They're pretty lightweight and very affordable. And then over here, we got a adventurist with a very adventurous person pulling it with a truck, but I got that because we got the motorcycle on the back of it, and they got a rooftop tent on top as well for more sleeping space, and they've got the Rhino Batwing awning set up. And over here we got a cool camp. As you can see, they pull that with a little Mini Cooper. So there's all kinds of options for those that want to get out and not be sleeping on the ground in the tent. And there's our rig right there, which I guess you may have seen once or twice. Yeah, we just put our awning up. It's dried out pretty well with the breeze and the low humidity, and so there's another storm going to hit here in about 15 to 20 minutes. So we thought we'd put it up so we don't have to go home with a wet awning top. And so over here we got another Venturous camper. So there's 3 of us with Venturous out here. They're the same as the Range Runners, space-wise, 6x8. Only difference is they've got an off-road suspension on them, bigger tires designed to go off-road. And that is the Tail Gunners, and they've got it set up with propane on the outside, and I'm not sure what brand awning they have. Let's see. It's an OVS, Overland Vehicle Systems awning. And yeah, you can follow this group at the Tail Gunners, at the Trail Gunners on Instagram. We've got another one, and that's called the Rouser. It's also a 6x8, but it's taller. So even a 6-foot tall person like me is supposed to be able to stand up in it with a little bit of room to spare, but not much. But still, you can stand up in it. So a lot of people opt for that. Next best thing to going out and buying a travel trailer. And I've seen people set those rousers up with a little miniature sink, a little toilet area. I mean, they can do just about everything in there. I've even seen some people set it up for cooking, but that's each person's choice. Another Range Runner. And we have people come from as far away as Tennessee to this little gathering here. And there's the last one in our group. Also came with some ground dwellers, as a friend of ours called them. Afternoon. Trying to get some of this stuff down before the weather hits.
Half hour, they say it's going to hit him.
Yeah.
You better show them.
And there's another cool camp, which they're 6x8. I mean, 6x8. They're 4x8s. It's great for one person. So all in all, I believe that was 9 campers. Not bad considering the weather forecast for out here. It's been pretty good for us so far. Got a little cool today. Had a good storm come through this morning. Supposed to be another one coming through this afternoon, so that's why we're kind of packing some stuff up so that we don't have to deal with it in the morning. Right now, I think we're going to stop and get us some lunch. Chicken salad and Ritz crackers. And relax a little bit before we go for our potluck dinner with the group. We'll see y'all then. Bye. This is our dinner gathering, our potluck dinner. So just sit back and enjoy if you like.
Does it run here?
Somebody want to drive in there? They tried to call and
I
text.
called and there was no answer.
So I don't know. She knows it was supposed to be 5.
There's a pressure device.
Okay, so I have a few stories that I gotta tell. You have to laugh at when it happened. It wasn't so funny, but you know, now you can laugh. So what happened is we were it'd been raining all day and it was supposed to rain at night, so we decided to hook up, you know, clean up, get everything ready, so all we have to do is boogie in the morning. So we're cleaning stuff up and we gathered up our garbage.
Put the floorboard in the truck.
And put the floorboard in the passenger seat of the Durango. And we're getting everything, you know, bagged up and ready and hooked up and all this neat stuff. Well,
The bag will be safe from the critters.
Right.
Overnight, no worries.
because we've seen a lot of raccoons. And they come right up to you. So yeah, they're not afraid of you. So we forgot to shut the window of the Durango. Just one.
That's all it took.
Just one. Well, the next morning we get up, do our thing, and we're walking around, and I was like, oh God, we left the window open. So
First thing I thought was crap, it's wet. Well, my seat's wet, everything's wet. No, that wasn't the problem.
in my mind was, oh no, the raccoons. So yeah, raccoons. Yeah, was in the vehicle. They did not tear anything up except for the trash bag.
They got fed wet. Oh, they got into our snack bag too.
Yeah,
Undid the zipper to get to our bag of apples and our snacks.
yeah. So yeah, they ate really well.
Didn't leave a crumb.
Didn't leave a crumb. And I even had my dry box back here full of food. not a whole lot of food, but some things that they could have easily opened. But because it's a waterproof,
They couldn't smell it.
they couldn't smell it. So we lucked out there. Now, Azizi, on the other hand, was not a happy camper.
It took him several miles down the road to try to settle down after smelling the raccoons in the car.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was not
everything's
happy.
good.
So yeah, so they didn't mess with the seats or with anything. I see little paw prints in there, but
Lessons learned.
lessons learned.
Every
All-
trip, there's a lesson learned,
That's right.
good or bad.
Exactly. So yes, we had a wonderful weekend. So
So until next time, y'all make sure to tag along with us and join us next time we run
Runaway.
If you like our content, hit the like button, subscribe, and then click that bell to get notifications of new videos.